Hello, everyone. This is Stray Buddy with the Buddy Cast Podcast. I'm here with Kai, or as you see from like my live streams or videos, Koobuh. And
Sup?
introduce yourself, man. Tell us a little something.
Hey, what's up, nerds, dorks, and fucking freaks? What's going on? My name is Kai. I like video games.
So, like, I was talking to Cheyenne earlier, and I was telling her that we were going to do this today. And she was like, what are you going to talk about? And first thing that popped into my mind is like, maybe I should like draw down like a list of like bullet points and stuff. And then I was like thinking about it. I was like, wait, this is Kai. Like I've literally we knew each other back in middle school. We did some stupid shit back in middle school.
Yeah,
Like,
we don't need
just
a fucking list.
We could just talk. So like, you know, start off like me and you. I lived maybe 2 blocks, not even 2 blocks from your house.
Like a
right,
block.
growing up. Yeah.
It was like I could see your house from my house almost. Yeah.
Yeah. So, when was the first time we met? Was it at school, or was it like getting on the bus, or?
Oh shit. So, you were one of the first people I think I met when I moved to Parker. Cause I met our other friend. I don't know about the anonymity of or however the fuck you say that word. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
Anonymity? Yeah. You know who I'm talking about. I know first. And
Exactly.
he was also on the same block, right? So
Yeah.
met him first, got into some trouble with him here and there, and then of course, like, you were the other like closest person just by proxy. And I think you and I met through him. Am I right in saying that? Let's call him Chad.
Chad? Yeah, Chad fits. Chad fits.
Okay.
So, I mean, I feel like I met a majority of, like, at least our group right now through, I want to say Chad, and then I guess at school, because with Matt, I met him through, I think it was you, but I met you through Chad. And then
Right.
with Danny, I just had classes with him growing up in middle school, you know? So,
Because after we became friends, after just hanging out like here and there, this is like, I want to say 6th grade, right?
yeah, that sounds about right.
So like 10 years ago, at least. And
God damn. Shit, it's been 10 years. Holy fuck.
yeah, pretty crazy. So we ended up, becoming friends and shit, going to school, and then middle school came around, and at this point, our friend group's all together. But like, once middle school hit, we were still doing some hood rat shit. And do you remember what we would do like every morning before the bus came outside of your house? Because Buddy's house was on the way to the bus stop, right?
Yeah.
So me and Chad would meet up and walk to the bus together. Now, we were experimenting. And keep in mind, this is like 7th grade.
That makes it sound really bad. We were in 7th grade, just a group of guys.
Yeah.
We were experimenting, I swear.
Shut up.
No, like,
No, we were experimenting with drugs,
yeah,
to say the least. Nothing too crazy, we were drinking here and there, and
See, I never really drank.
yeah, no,
think-
it wasn't like we didn't do it all the time either. It was just like,
Yeah.
if someone ended up getting like if Chad ended up getting a bottle of wine from his dad's fridge, we would, like, specifically one morning.
Yeah, that
we,
was a crazy fucking day.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so this sounds insane in retrospect, like thinking about how old we were and like what the possible consequences of like any of this was. But like, because how old were we in like 7th grade? What, we were like 12,
Yeah,
12 or 13.
I think, yeah, 12 or 13. Fucking just
So,
every time every time I'd meet you guys in the morning, it'd be like,
keep in
freaking
mind,
Chad would have something new. It's like, okay, like, what the fuck?
yeah, keep in mind, Chad was a bad influence, and he was the
Oh,
first
yeah.
person I met in this fucking town that I moved to.
And that, like, literally, like, they're the closest people to me in proximity.
Exactly.
So it's like if anyone else was a good influence to, like, hang out with, they were
We
fucking...
were right down the street to bring him things to smoke.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we, you know, and I felt like I was obligated to partake in whatever he wanted to do because I was brand new to the neighborhood. He was my first friend. And, you know, I felt the peer pressure obligation. And he would also, like, call me a pussy if I didn't do anything. That was the biggest part.
That was what you didn't want.
I mean, we would, like, walk to your house in the morning before the bus, and, like, there was this one house where they always had a pack of cigarettes sitting on the front porch, like, by an ashtray, and he would just nab it every day we walked by, and they just kept leaving it out for some fucking reason.
See, and I think that's one of the reasons why I, like, kind of got into smoking. Like, not like back then, because it wasn't like I was addicted.
The reason that I'm addicted to nicotine.
Yeah. It's like I wasn't addicted to nicotine then, but like when I was old enough to, you know, like start buying cigarettes and like start buying like chew or nicotine pouches and all that, like I didn't think for a moment like this is a bad thing, you know, like this, like, you know, I could get addicted because I was doing it back when I was like fucking 13.
Exactly. You know, exactly. You think you're literally like fucking indestructible when you're 13 years old. So, which you pretty much are.
Yeah.
You know, it's not until like your metabolism kicks in, you start getting fucking fat and having breathing problems.
But this isn't us saying go smoke or drink at the age of 13. Like, it's a really bad idea. This is just...
But definitely experiment while you're 13.
See, I think, me personally... Between the ages of like 15 and 18, okay. I mean, if it's okay with your parents and you're not doing anything stupidly illegal, I mean, you just get it out of your system because at the time of you being 18 and older, one, you'll get fucking hooked on the nicotine like I am. You'll like, you know, that's when if something happens, that's when it's actually like legal implications are hard and set in stone. Like, that's when you gotta get your act together.
Do you know how fucking embarrassing it is when like someone asks you like, hey, how long have you been smoking for? And you're like, you know, about 10 years. And they're like, oh, how old are you? And you're like, I'm 22 years old.
Exactly.
It's like, you know, but
$1.30. Price is $1.29.
Sorry.
What the
crypto.
fuck? Is your crypto mommy talking to you?
Pretty much. Like I just watching crypto, you know, trying to make money.
Word up.
Just because money, like if I have any extra a little bit here and there, I put it into some crypto and hope that I make more. And
fuck yeah, dude, get that.
Pretty much. Next week, if it's at a specific number, then I'm gonna pull it out, and that's that. Probably $600-700 I'm gonna put into PC upgrades.
Ooh, make that bread. Fuck yeah. What I was getting to though, so, there was one morning. Okay, there's two mornings that we can talk about. I don't know. Actually, maybe I won't talk about the second one.
I mean, I think like the wine bottle one. I think we talked about that on stream, so I feel like.
Did we? Okay, just for the sake of bringing it up again and how fucking funny it is. Yeah, we basically he did end up getting an entire bottle of wine before we went to the bus stop, and you know it was like whatever he had, we would do before school, and we would always just stand outside of Buddy's house.
No, it wouldn't be like
it was.
It wouldn't be in the front, all right? So
no,
like,
it'd be like by your back gate. Like
yeah,
around the
I would
side of
always
your house,
come
but
out
still
by the
in
back of my
perfect
garage.
view of anybody driving by.
Oh yeah, like I would always come out of my house to the back of the garage just so I can make sure everything's locked up.
Yep.
Fucking, I'd open my gate and they'd be there. Well, this fucking day, I opened my gate, and I think you're just over there just chilling. I think your cheeks were a little bit red, like you had a little bit. You guys have been there for maybe like 5-10 minutes.
I didn't get drunk, you know, like I might have gotten a
Chad offered me some, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. You know, I'm good today. And yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, and then he finished it. He finished the entire bottle to himself.
And for a 12 or 13-year-old downing a bottle of wine, it was impressive.
Keep in mind, this is a 12 or 13-year-old that looks like a fucking 30-year-old.
He had like his baby face when he was born. I swear he already had fucking like the afternoon shadow.
He already
he was a man child.
He was fucking making his parents eat his vegetables.
No joke.
This is why we're calling him Chad. Okay, but anyway, Yeah, he finished the entire bottle and like
He chucked it
violently
under my neighbor's house.
threw it under the neighbor's house.
Yep.
And you know, we get to school, and I didn't have any classes with him. Just so I didn't know. But
I know
heard
what
about it.
happened here because I actually got called into the office.
Yes, because you were in the class with him, right?
No.
No.
So he was
I
was
know
like
what
drunk
happened, but-
getting off of the bus. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I helped him. Like I was just like pretending like, oh, we're all buddy. He's like has his arm around my shoulder, and I walk him to the fucking classroom, and he goes and he like plops it down. And he's like, okay, all right. Well, there's this one girl that he had a huge crush on. I'll just call her Blondie.
Yep.
Well, he was doing math or something, and
I remember what class it was. Yeah.
He hurled all over her hair.
Yeah.
Like
Dude.
right in her hair.
Right in her fucking hair. Like on like his like biggest like side bitch at the time. It was
like he had like
best
the
thing
biggest
that's ever happened.
Yeah. So like, middle school crushes, like, oh, you're in love, blah blah blah. Yeah. He threw up all over her.
After getting drunk on an entire bottle of wine before school in the 7th grade. Dude.
And I didn't know that happened because I was in a different class too. But literally before second period, I was already in the office. I was already getting yelled at. And they were like, okay, so, you know your friend Chad. We know you guys are close. You want to tell us what happened this morning? And I was like, oh, he was just, seemed a little weird. So, I, helped him to the classroom, and then I went and did my stuff. And the principal, all right, I'm going to just say principal bitch face because I got in trouble with that dude so much.
Okay.
It wasn't mainly the principal. Sorry, I don't even remember the name, but I shouldn't call him that. He was an all right dude. I was just a terrible fucking student. But
he was also a dick, but go on.
Oh yeah. But he's looking at me like this kid's fucking lying. Like somebody's getting in trouble, and Chad's already on his way home, so I can't whoop his ass. They didn't like physically hit us, but I mean like still you get. But
they probably should have.
They should have. Really, yeah.
We could have used a good beating.
Oh yeah. But he was asking me like 20 questions. It was like, there wasn't no good cop, bad cop. It was just bad cop, angry principal, right? And after like maybe 30, 45 minutes of getting yelled at and tell us, it smelled like alcohol, all this, and me trying to play the innocent card, like, I don't know what alcohol is, sir. He finally sent me to my class.
Dude. Oh my god. I didn't want anything to do with it. I didn't want to be implicated in any of that, so I completely avoided helping him when we got off the bus.
See,
I didn't want to be involved in any of that because I knew something was gonna fucking happen.
I felt kind of obligated because I was like, it was right in front of my house, like all that. But then as soon as it was like, oh, okay, he's in trouble, I'm like, I don't know, like, he's a good friend of mine. He just seemed off, and I really forced that, like, I'm a good boy card, and I really tried. It really, it didn't work, but I tried.
I guess it did in the end, but fuck, dude. Yeah, we got up to all sorts of shit like that back when we were fucking 12 years old.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, like I feel like that was when I finally got some hair on my nuts.
I mean,
it was after meeting Chad.
I feel like at the time in my mind I was like, oh, okay, cool, it's whatever, this makes me feel like the cool kid. But then as soon as I got into high school and all that stuff, it was like a complete like 180 minus the smoking.
Oh yeah, I mean, also when you get into high school, like it's a month ago, and now these people are 3 years older than me. What the fuck is this?
The last thing I heard was "it's," and then it cut out.
Ah, motherfucker. we can chop this up a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, no problem, dude.
Okay. I was just saying about how like you think you're fucking awesome when you go into high school, like you were on top of the fucking world, and then you're like, yeah, I smoked a couple cigarettes. I've watched a little bit of internet porn, and then you get.
It wasn't a little bit. Holy shit, dude.
Oh, I know. I beat my fucking meat, dude, so much, and not a thing has changed.
Yeah.
But Yeah, no, like you get into high school and it's like, oh, I'm surrounded by these kids that are 3 years older than me, and they all look like they want to give me a wedgie.
Yeah, no, like for
Maybe it's a
me,
little different for you because you also kind of had that mid-30s energy around
see,
that time.
well, I moved schools too, so I like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like at the end of middle school before high school, I moved schools and completely different state. I didn't know anyone. And here's the thing: is like we were more so like kind of like the punk kind of like chill with everyone kind of vibe, right? In middle school, and like it's do stupid stuff. All right, in Casper, where I lived, holy shit, nothing. There was one person. Like I walked in there and I saw just everybody looking like plain Jane. Some people who are overly country, which for some reason I never got along with. But
yeah, you walk in, you're like, who here likes anime? Never mind, I'll see myself out.
Exactly. So like I walk up to the first person I saw with differently colored hair. I sat down next to her. In middle school, she had a tattoo, which is really cool, and I was like, we're friends.
Hell yeah.
And she just looked at me, and then she looked at her phone and was like, okay. And I was like, that's how it works. Fuck yeah. Like,
wow, did you become friends after that?
Yeah. I mean, I think we were friends up until like sophomore, junior year.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. But yeah. Go on.
Fucking, we were all like super bummed when you moved, but like everyone eventually started like getting out of the neighborhood that we grew up in, and I mean, everyone kind of went like different directions, like location wise, but still all relatively like in the same, I mean, it doesn't take more than 15 minutes to see each other, but like fucking Chad though, who the fuck knows?
Yeah. I mean, now at least
Chad's doing his own thing.
At least now, like having access to vehicles and stuff, because obviously we're 20s and everything. Yeah. It's different, but like back then, like just going to see Matt, okay, I had to walk like 15 minutes through a park just to go see him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That park was like the fucking, I almost said Underground Railroad. That park was like
the name of the park makes it worse than you. What the fuck? all right, go on. Sorry.
So Cottonwood Park.
Jesus.
It was like the bullet train in Japan. Like it was just like the way to get like to each other's houses without like having to go on any main roads or anything. It was just like you take a stroll through the park or like you skate or something. In Buddy's case, rollerblade. And
you don't trust me, motherfucker.
I didn't judge you once. If you want me to, though, I would love to.
No, I trust me.
But no, we it was cool though, like, cause like back then it was like, man, everything is so fucking lame, and like it's still like that. That's how depression works.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
it was like back then, it was like, this is so fucking lame, and then you look back at it like now, and it's like, shit, that was like so much better than what's going on now. Like we would just like get together and like fucking skate down to like a gas station and just loiter outside of the gas station for like 4 hours straight. And I mean, later on down the line, pick some cigarette butts out of the ashtrays, just
which do not recommend, but we did that because we were dumbasses.
Oh, I recommend it if you have no money. Especially if you're 13. But no, we I mean, we had that pizza place that we used to go to all the time.
Dude, I loved that pizza.
Yeah, I did too. It was bad, but it was like the only pizza we had around that was in like a mile radius, and
it was affordable.
It was really affordable. It was like $5 for an 18-inch pie.
Yeah, and I feel like they were slowly going out of business or something.
They did,
like,
yeah.
Three freaking 13-year-olds, just ask, someone's mom for money real quick, and then we go buy a pizza and we're good. Like, hell yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, it was great. But now we pay taxes.
I hate paying. But, dude, you have no idea how much I hate taxes.
Yeah, taxes low-key kind of suck. My, well, not completely. taxes are great, but paying taxes, not so fun.
Exactly. It's better. It's nice when taxes do stuff for you, but it's bad when it hits your paycheck.
I fucking I didn't get like any of my stimulus checks like from day one. I never got a single stimulus check, so like I'm like, yeah, they'll probably be on my tax returns. I hope they are.
How do you not get a stimulus check?
Because we live in a fucking shitty country. A lot of people apparently didn't get them. But
So that's weird.
I fully qualify and everything, and I didn't get a single bit of economic relief. I mean, I was able to work the whole time, so I can't like complain too much. But still, like,
yeah,
I'm kind of owed like $3,600 right now.
Are you still claimed by your parents? I wouldn't think so.
No. I am
So
not.
like, for me, you know, like, I've gotten every one of them so far, and I mean, it's not that I need them. Like, I've been able to work through all of it, and just every time it kind of pops up, it's like, there you go. That's some of my tax money back. But
yeah. I mean, I pay for my own fucking health insurance too. So it's like, dude, I don't know. I could use a nice little check.
Yeah. So like everybody who's in middle school or high school saying, I want to grow up. All right, one, shut the fuck up. Okay.
Okay, no. I will say, one awesome thing about growing up is when you drive by the fucking bus stop and you just like see a bunch of kids like getting into a fucking bus, and you just like roll down the window and start calling them like homophobic slurs and stuff.
What the fuck?
You got that to look forward to when you're an adult.
See, I never did that, but like
I haven't either. It was a joke.
Growing up, it was like, for me, especially then, it's like, I can't wait till I'm older, you know, I can get a job, I don't have to go to school, you know. And then like as soon as I'm older and I get a job, it's like, oh yeah, taxes. Oh yeah, you need a car. Hey, car insurance. Oh yeah, cars aren't fucking cheap. Oh yeah, fucking like everything else, like, oh yeah, you need health insurance. Okay, cool. Like, you know, your jobs also give you like eye and dental and all that shit insurance, but it goes out of your paycheck. And it's like, oh
yeah.
And then just wait until you get a fucking house.
Oh, dude. And to be honest, interacting with adults is just like interacting with fucking children. You know what adults are?
Sometimes it's worse.
Yeah, adults are just fucking big toddlers. That's all that they are.
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, I don't know. Like I work in a field where I'm super young. All right, like most of my coworkers, I graduated with their children.
Yeah.
Okay. I legit. There is some people where I go to work and they look at me and it's like I could tell in their eyes and their expression that they don't get they have no sheer matter of respect for me.
Yeah.
And like that's like the majority of the amount of adults that's because that's what I'm around a lot. It's like, okay, well then, you know, I'm supposed to be an adult, but I'm still treated like a fucking kid. And then I see that the way that they act around each other, and I'm like, are we adults right now? Like, you know, yeah, I used to do that shit back when I was like in fucking. I used to do that with Matt and Kai. Like,
they're just like drooling and fucking eating like baby food. Yeah, no, I don't like being an adult, and I would like to get a refund. I would like to be a kid and do all of the horrible self-destructive things that I did to my body back then, but like, as a kid, where it doesn't actually do anything to me.
Exactly. Like, let's go back to the tutorial, all right, where they teach us how life works. Okay, that was better.
Return to monkey.
Yeah, it was easier then.
Yeah, we're in high elo comp right now.
Exactly, and I feel like it's not working out right now.
Yeah, we're getting our shit pushed in right now. We need a fucking carry.
So on a different route, right? So when I left, you got really into art, right? I didn't see you really being into art in middle school much, but then, you know, going into high school, I saw some of the stuff that you were doing on like your computer, and you're doing like live streams on Instagram sometimes and shit.
Yeah,
tell me a little bit about that.
I was always into art, like as a kid too. I remember specifically in like 4th grade, in my old elementary school before I met you, I had a project where we got to choose between doing like a drawing, a writing piece, or like some other fucking dumb bullshit. And I decided to do a drawing for the specific thing, and it was a drawing for like a book that we had to read, and it was fuck, what book was it? Was it like The Giver or something? And I drew a terrible drawing, with like a summary written for it, and I was like, this looks fucking excellent. Like I'm gonna go places with this. And then I grew to enhance my my mediums of art production with better tools and some more practice, and eventually moved to doing digital art. And I have not felt the satisfaction that I had from that drawing ever since.
See,
Drawing is horrible when you're really into it, because everything you draw looks like shit to you until you like put an obscene amount of work into a drawing, and then it's like, okay, this actually looks okay, but I still fucking hate it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel like, at least from like, I'm not artistic at all when it comes to drawing or anything like that, but I feel like, you know, you draw something once, okay, you think it's amazing, and then you want to pursue that, and you learn all the different styles of drawings, and you see other people's work and see the amount of styles that are in that, and understand the work that it put, and understand this is dog shit. I really need to do more.
Oh, exactly. That's 100% what it is, and it sucks too, because it's like just dumb shit that you can completely avoid. But it, like, especially like Instagram for me, like I took like probably 3 or 4 months off Instagram like last year, just because like I would open Instagram and the first thing would be like a beautiful like oil painting of like a surrealistic landscape with like crazy fucking like blending and really awesome like a really cool vision behind it, and it's just like just beauty. And you look at that, and then like you look down at a really shitty sketch of like just dumb shit that you're just spitballing with, and you're like, I am nothing. Like,
See,
I'm gonna let this dictate my entire idea of who I am as a human being.
see, but at the same time, like, and I see this like, especially now since I'm doing like editing, and since I've always wanted to do like content creation and fucking stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like you look at something and it's like, I want to recreate that, or I want to turn something like that into like with my style, and then you realize just how tough it is. But like you were doing, you're like over here like, okay, this is a piece of shit, blah blah blah, you know, like, you know, like I can't do that. But, you know, do you understand how long it took the other person to make that oil painting drawing?
Yeah, exactly.
So like, maybe that one person spent 8 fucking months doing that for just like a couple likes on Instagram, and then you're over here, you know, you just put like 15 minutes into a drawing, and you're like, this is terrible.
No, exactly. Like the one thing that I learned the most from choosing drawing as like a thing that I want to be like passionate about, if you can even call it that, is like you have to like let your work speak for itself, and that kind of goes for like everything. I've realized, but like specifically with art, you really got to let it speak for itself, and you just like literally can't let your impressions of other people's work I guess like kind of poison the well when you're coming up with something to draw, or when you're reviewing something that you've already drawn. Like, you know, comparing your work to others who have vastly like different styles or technique, you know, it's just it's never like a good thing to do. I've noticed you kind of just have to let your shit speak for itself.
Yeah, and like, one thing I will say is, like, if anyone out here is watching this, I don't know if anybody really will, because this is on a new channel. Thanks for watching, by the way, or listening. But even if it is drawing, and even if you do have that kind of mentality of like, oh, okay, this isn't as good as, you know, Timmy 12 toes and 9 fingers on Instagram, keep in mind, like, if you're just picking it up, or you've just been doing it for a year, some people did it for fucking 50, 60 years, and only one painting, was good enough, you know?
Most career artists just die with their gallery. It never sees the it never sees the light, you know?
Yeah.
Like and that's shitty to say, but it's like, it's true. And with how viral, like, you can get artwork now that's like very low effort, very like consumable, I guess would be a way to put it. Like if you draw something that would make a cool, like edgy fucking femboy put it like as their phone wallpaper, like then you've succeeded in being a successful artist right now in like the age of social media. So like it's hard to like I don't know, cultivate any sort of audience around your artwork, no matter who you are. Like if you have your own unique thing that you're doing, it's really hard to cultivate that. But
don't like give up on it, because
yeah,
in today's
you gotta
day,
draw for yourself, you know, more than anything.
And like today's day and age, you know, like with the internet, everybody's on there, everybody's posting stuff. Like, don't worry if like, you know, some little kid saying it doesn't look as good as somebody else's or something like that, or if you don't like. If you look at it and you know that you put in like the effort and all that stuff, even though you might not think it's as good as, you know, Picasso or some shit. That's the only artist name that I really think of off the top of my head.
Picasso sucks.
Freaking just keep it going. I mean, it's not a matter of like doing it for the idea of fame and glory or money. It's
1,000%. You also have to be pragmatic about it once you want to take it to the next level, whether that be going to school or, you know, taking your art somewhere commercial. I think like when I was in like early high school, I wanted to fucking be a graphic designer, and you know, I was already drawing a lot by then too, but like I wanted to make logos and stuff like that. And I put together a whole like advanced placement portfolio through high school and everything like that. And all logos. And I liked it, but I started to like look at it objectively, like what the actual like graphic design culture is as far as like professional work goes. And it's the shittiest fucking like the most like snobby saturated business in the fucking world. It's horrible. It's predatory and fucking it's super like exploitive if you're well, any art career is, but like for a graphic designer, I mean, it's your work is so like meaningless on the grand scale, especially if you work in a studio. So you have to kind of look at it pragmatically. Like what I'm doing is like eventually I think I would like to get like in a tattoo apprenticeship or something like that. You know what I mean? Just because, I mean, and still, that's not like a recession-proof job. You know?
See, why don't you like later on? Obviously, if you get more drive towards continuing, you know, possibly making logos or tattoos, stuff like that. Why don't you like make a Fiverr? I mean, it might take a while, but at the same time, make a couple of bucks. You know, you get to draw a nice piece of art and send it to somebody digitally.
I've thought about that, yeah. But one thing that makes drawing pretty hard is lack of motivation. That's a real kicker when you're trying to do something that, one, doesn't equal money, and two, doesn't equal money.
See,
no, it's, you know, it's different though. You know, I love drawing and I try to draw as much as I can. But it's like,
but being an adult with a job and like still trying to enjoy some time with friends, like having the motivation to take time away from your normal routine to do that when you're not seeing any monetary value come back is difficult.
That's tough. I mean, did I say that in response to the Fiverr thing? Because that's really stupid if I did, because you make money on Fiverr.
Yeah. That's
anyways. That's sorry. What I just said is stupid, but that's for like drawing in general. Fucking, if you're like on Fiverr or something, like, I think that's awesome. I think it's really cool that a website like that exists, just like completely like gig work, commission based sort of shit. I really like that, but I don't know. It is the lack of motivation, I think.
See,
I think
and
that's the biggest thing.
the reason why I suggest going with Fiverr is I've seen it at least with one guy right now. He's the guy that makes my thumbnails. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe like he was brand new, like he was a level 1 seller on Fiverr, which means he hadn't been on there for a long time or like sold a lot.
Mhm.
And within like 2 months, I messaged him on Fiverr asking for another thumbnail. He's like, "Yeah, no, dude, I don't do Fiverr anymore." Message me on Instagram and email me and all that stuff. And I was like, "This is weird." He's like, "Yeah, just send me the money through this." And then next thing you know is like, I look at his Instagram. He's making thumbnails for like people with like hundreds of thousands of followers, and
Holy
like
shit.
he got to the point where like he's like making it work in a short amount of time.
Wow.
And it's crazy. Like
That's cool. Good for him.
and pretty much like I mean he's just some dude that I know. Like I put his link down in the description of some of my videos and stuff like that. But like he made it work pretty quick where, you know, it's like he doesn't have to do Fiverr anymore. Like instead of him posting an ad to like be like, "Hey, I'll make you a thumbnail for this much money," people will go to him now, which is something that would be good like as an artist, where instead of like, you know, asking someone like, "Hey, you know, like you give me $5, I give you a picture of Tomboy."
Yeah.
It's more like he like posting on Instagram, and then you get like 50 people asking, "Hey, can you make me this? Like, how much do you charge?" You know,
Yeah,
like
dude, that's the dream right there. And I've done commissions in the past, and you know, back when I had a lot more motivation for this shit, I used to sell shirts and shit too. And
yeah. And I mean, I'm waiting for you to let me know when you're gonna make me a fucking poster.
oh yeah, dude, fuck.
Like I've been down, you know, just I haven't brought it up. I mean, I had commissioned Danny to do it, and I have his behind me. I mean, you make me one, I'll throw it up on my wall too.
I'll draw you up something soon, man.
Yeah,
Do you want it like I'll do a Stray Buddy branded drawing.
I'm down. Or you could even do one for the the podcast one or anything like that. I'll fucking throw it up on my wall.
Cool, dude. I got
I'll
some
even
ideas.
make sure it's fucking big.
Sweet, man. Yeah, I can do something. Yeah, we'll make that happen. But yeah, dude, fuck. Being a person who draws, you have a lot of people like expecting things of you too. Like that was one of the main drivers for like why I got off Instagram, was because like, and it's not even like always true. Like I make up the fact that like, oh, and it's a very arrogant thing too. It's like, oh man, people like want to see like my work because I get like these nice comments, and then like I see all this other artwork and it's like way better, and I kind of feel like these people are patronizing me. So it's like maybe I just won't post anything. But
See, and like,
yeah.
what about like the time thing? Like, were you posting stuff like every week, or did you have people expecting you to post like once a day or something?
My drawings that I post, I usually post drawings that take me like a long time. So like, I mean, let me think.
I mean, that's good then. I mean, at least like,
Yeah,
at least,
I have a lot of
when you
sketch work.
post it up, you understand that you put in the effort, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of sketch work. I don't think anybody's interested in that shit, but like, yeah, mostly everything that I post is like finished shit that took a long time, you know.
Yeah.
Having like a perfectionist mentality is good for that kind of thing. At least for the style that I do. I think that like the one thing that I completely lack is being loose with drawings, which is like a very important thing that a lot of artists make a lot of have a lot of value from. And
So by saying making it loose, does that mean like if you mess up, just kind of going with the flow?
that's one way of saying it. Yeah, another one is like working in a way that like you're not thinking ahead as much as like this is like exactly, instead of being like this is my vision of the artwork and I'm just gonna start you know, going off the cuff with it and seeing where it takes me. I'm not as much like that as I am like planning out how each, you know, couple inches of this thing is going to look. If I'm going for like a super finished project, it's like, okay, I need to make sure all of these lines are like fucking crisp and perfect, and I have to make sure that the shading isn't fucking weird, and that like the composure of the entire thing isn't whack. Yeah, I don't know. It's a perfectionist mentality, but like it's not great to always have with art.
I feel like I understand both sides there.
Yeah.
And I was actually like, obviously I was showing you earlier, like with my montages, right? Like originally before I even made one, I never wanted to because I was like, nah, I can't get any dope clips or anything like that, or you know, all that. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it. So instead of like there being like insane clips that I get maybe like once a fucking year, there is like clips that are pretty fucking decent, but then I continue along and like my first two montages were just like slapped together pretty quick. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, so it was like just going with the flow. And then this one, it's like half slapped together, where it's like, here are my clips. Like obviously the transition and the music working together, but then you know with that 3D animation thing, like I said, that took me fucking hours. That's when that perfectionist mentality I feel like you're at, like that you're talking about, in my mind was like, okay, like this has to be here, and this has to move like this can't move, and it's like I have no idea what the fuck this does, so I'm gonna watch a 30-minute video on Instagram, or not Instagram, but YouTube, and it just continued down the line.
Because like I'll finish a project and then I'll scroll back on my feed like from drawings from years ago, and I'm like, and I posted them back then because I thought that they looked good, and I'll look at them and I'll be like, what the fuck is this dog shit? It's like, it's not like shit, you know? It's just like you don't have the same fucking dumbass mentality that you have now, where everything needs to look like exactly how you want it to. And
see, and I think like at least like posting it, like like consistently posting is never a bad idea. Like not just because like consistency is one of the best ways to like grow on social media and create a community, but being able to go back and see where you started from is awesome.
No, yeah, that's like another big thing that I learned was like that mentality that I was telling you about of like seeing other people's work and then like wanting your feed to look a certain way for other people. It's like you can't really do that. You have to, like, the way that I do it, that I like doing it, is like I see my feed as like my personal like portfolio of some finished works that I've done, and I like to compare, you know, with the old shit, and I like to go through it and be like, well, I would have done this differently, I would have done this differently, and you know, that helps you grow. And that goes for like all sorts of work if you have it archived in some way, not just art, you know.
Like if I think not too long ago I went back and saw like my first 3 live streams I ever made. Holy fuck. Terrible, right? And then like I'm no like freaking Ninja Dr. Disrespect kind of like,
you are.
I'm not like at that point yet in like terms of quality, but back when I started and I was actually still slowly growing, I mean, it looked terrible, but yeah, it worked,
right?
And then it continued, you know.
Yeah, it's always good to review your previous endeavors and compare them with how they are now, and if you are just still shit, it's like, might as well just end it all, you know?
No. I mean, always having like lack of motivation is something that hits everybody. I mean, like obviously depression rates all over the world is high, especially with the corona and all that stuff. But legit, I mean, if you need to like consistently improve, I mean, if you're posting everything, like if you're posting 10 things a day, even if it's half-ass, make sure or do your best to make that tomorrow the next 10 things that you post is just slightly better, put slightly more time into it, and then over time it'll just grow and grow, and then you'll hit that point where people are looking at you questioning how do they do it, you know?
True. Also, having friends that fucking lift you up helps too, you know. Got some pretty Chad-like friends, and not the kind of Chad that we were talking about earlier.
Oh no, not that kind of Chad. Not anymore, at least, obviously.
Yeah. But like these are some S tier Chads that we got.
Yeah. I mean, I think my new goal now is like try to make a video of something for obviously my main channel like once a week. And
hell yeah, that's a good goal.
The thing is like my first 2 videos, I was like, okay, like this could be easy. My first 2 videos took me, like I sat down for like 2 hours and I made the montages super quick.
Yeah.
And this last video, like, this is the one where I'm like, hey, check this out. Does this look good? Does that look good? Does like blah blah blah? And I'm like going to my friends, being like, what do you think of this? Like, have you ever watched any of this stuff? Like, what does this look like? You know,
Right.
and like having you guys there, where it's like, okay, you know, that's not bad, or like, you know, you guys there being like, oh, okay, like I'm down to do a podcast. Let's do it. Like,
Yeah.
having that to where, you know, like you guys make content, whether like it's, you know, not by YouTube or video, but it's, you know, drawing or
yeah.
like I don't even know, like does what kind of content? Matt doesn't make a lot of content now that I think about it.
Not necessarily. I mean, obviously he's been on the channel here and there, and you know, like obviously in all the podcasts and everything.
I think he's talked about how he's wanted to do YouTube before, right?
Yeah, he's talked about it before. He's talked about streaming.
I'm gonna make his
I've
bitch ass
also
start streaming.
I've also thought about it. I mean, it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but I've always been like, that's fucking gay.
Dude,
But, like,
I mean,
no, I that's not how I felt about it, but like I was like, man, I really want to do this, you know. But
I mean, for me,
no, I
like,
mean, I also appreciate you for you know, hyping us all up and putting us out here. You know?
oh fuck yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I mean, if you got if you ever really want to do streaming, man, let me know. I'll fucking help you learn all the shit that you need to at least get started and all
Cool,
that. Like the main, like I've spent fucking forever trying to learn and improve my stream over and
Yeah, I
over.
appreciate that. It shows. It shows.
And
I appreciate
I'm willing to help people out as long as they're not gonna be no Aqua's bitch fucking running a fake Fortnite stream 24/7, saying like and sub and get free V-Bucks. Like,
you should do that. That would be fucking cool.
oh shit.
Get a lot of fucking subs from that dude. That'd be sweet.
But yeah, no, like if there's like obviously anything that you guys are doing, like hobby wise or content wise, that you guys, you know, want me to take a look at and be like, oh yeah, this looks dope or anything like that, like I'm always 100% down.
Cool, dude.
Like
yeah, right back at you.
Like that's how with Cheyenne, obviously, when like she has a YouTube channel, but she doesn't stream all that often because she, you know, with work and everything, she's super fucking busy. But when she's like, I've considered it, I fucking jumped on that. I was like, here's my old webcam, you know,
fuck yeah,
use like, here's my old keyboard, here's my old mouse, fucking use this program, use this, fucking do all this, dude. And then like within like 2 weeks she was live.
Fuck yeah, man.
So like if you guys ever want to do something like that, like when it comes to something that I have knowledge about, I'll fucking help.
I appreciate that. I love hearing my own voice. So whenever anybody has anything that they want from me, even if it's on something that I don't know about, if they want like advice on like some like serious life thing, it's like I don't know anything about that, but it's like, but I'll sure as hell give you the wrong advice. I love sounding like I'm sociable.
Yeah,
I know things,
dude. Like when it comes to being social, I'm like the opposite. Like on YouTube, you know, or like over Discord and all that stuff. Like people will talk, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, dude, that's awesome, bro." Like, I'll, you know, we'll be all chatty every once in a while.
I like my circle, and I'll keep it the way that it is. And I'm
But like, I'll go to an airport, and there'll be like 50 people there, and someone tries talking to me, and I'm like, social interaction, like, so.
I almost made a joke. I'll have to tell you at the end of the. It wasn't even funny. I'm not even gonna. Nope, I just deleted it from my mind. 1, it was not podcast friendly. 2, it was about like. Never mind. I'm just gonna stop.
So,
anyway,
we got 10 minutes left for the hour.
Cool.
So, you down to talk about video games?
Sure, dude. Hit me. What's up?
So
what's up in gamer world right now?
So I don't know what's going on. I mean, fuck. I was just gonna ask, like, so like growing up, you know, I had a PlayStation 3 and everybody had an Xbox. Like,
sure.
What game really defined to make you still continue playing games growing up and still kind of continuing that circle?
Oh man, are we talking like first few games that you played, or just like games throughout your like gaming experience that like
just games that games that changed, like, obviously, I guess games that defined what you still play now and why?
Oh sure. I mean, if we're talking about that, I'm sure a lot of people have this answer, but fucking Dark Souls. back on the 360 was like probably the most influential game on my taste, like aesthetically and gaming wise. Dark Souls for sure. And then like when I was younger, I mean, dude, I played everything that fucking LucasArts shat out back then before they were, now they're Lucasfilms Games, which is the stupidest fucking name I've ever heard in my entire life. But no, every fucking Star Wars game that came out, dude, I fucking played the fuck out of it. And I was also like, I still am like a huge fucking Star Wars idiot. But yeah, no, I mean, did you ever play Ratchet and Clank?
Actually, yeah, I played. I never knew what to do, but I played a little bit.
Ratchet and Clank was like the first like big boy game. Not even a big boy game, but it's like the first like big game that I got on a PlayStation 1. And oh man, dude, I don't know if I ever enjoyed a game as much as I enjoyed it. The first Ratchet and Clank is so good, and I've played most of them ever since, except for the last few that have come out in the last few years, because for some reason they just won't let it die. But yeah, those are probably like, I mean, obviously Halo as well. I mean,
oh yeah, you can't forget Halo. I mean, I remember like
so much goddamn Halo, and I mean, dude, I'm so fucking lame. I was literally listening to like Halo audiobooks last year, listening to all the ones that I haven't read.
I think like I remember even like you, and I don't know if Matt was there often, but like we'd be at Chad's house, and then we'd be like split screening Halo and like being like, "You're screen peeking, bitch!" Like,
oh yeah, all the time.
But
there were tears shed split screen games in Chad's house. I mean, it got really intense.
But for me, like, fuck, I'd have to say it was like the Call of Duty franchise for me, because I wasn't able to play Halo with you guys unless it was at someone else's house, and I wasn't able to play games with you guys. And usually when we were at school, we weren't talking about games. We were talking about like music, or like, Sally has new skirt or some shit, or like stuff like that. And fucking, it was Call of Duty, and I was really into that. And then it was fucking Minecraft, man.
Hell yeah, brother. Hey, I mean, no shame there.
It was Call of Duty, Minecraft, and then that went to BioShock because and this was, I feel like most of this was because Matt, now that I really think about it, was because Matt's brother was playing Minecraft, and I was like, what's that? And literally like 20 minutes, like literally, I think it was like 2 days later I bought Minecraft and I played that, and I still sometimes play it to this day. And then Matt was playing BioShock, and I never understood why. I think it was you too. Did you play with him? You guys literally had like a freaking old tea jug in the like in his freaking closet that you wouldn't even walk the 10 feet to the bathroom. You just walk 2 feet to the closet real quick to take a piss.
Yeah, we made use of piss jugs. But yeah, dude, fucking BioShock was huge. I mean, yeah, it's awesome too. Like, those games are still like fucking playable as hell.
Oh yeah. And I think I went from that to fucking taking a break from everything game wise, because I tried to obviously do my best to become an adult, and then I said screw it, and I
fuck that. You can be an adult and play video games.
Got into Fortnite and Call of Duty, and you guys recently showed me Overwatch, and
I like how you were like, I'm trying to be an adult, and then you pick up Fortnite.
Exactly. No. Well, what happened with that is I was at work, and my coworker had his PlayStation hooked up to a TV because there wasn't anything going on, and he hit like this insane snipe with this guy in like a fucking golf cart or something, and I saw that and I was like, that's kind of cool, and then literally 2 hours later when I got home, I downloaded it.
Damn. Nah, I've been there with multiplayer games too. Yeah. Overwatch is great though. I'm glad that you got into it, man.
I didn't think it was going to be as fun, and I knew that it was really competitive.
Oh, man. We didn't like get back into it until like last year probably. Like we all played on like consoles and shit, and then randomly like we just started picking it up on PC, and yeah, it's been just a blast ever since. So, and I'm really glad that you and Cheyenne got into it, because yeah, having a big team that knows what they're doing is fun.
Yeah, I think I actually bought it for Cheyenne because you guys were because I was out of the loop for a while because I moved, and then I think I hit Matt up on the Discord to kind of see like is everybody still alive? And I saw like
Yeah.
Matt was online, so I said like, hey, and you guys told me like check out Overwatch, we'll play with you. And I was at Cheyenne's house staying the night, and I hopped in her computer and I bought her Overwatch, and then went home and I bought myself Overwatch.
Fuck yeah.
And
yeah, dude, it's been
played a
great.
fuck
I
ton,
mean,
man.
we're gonna fucking play later. This event kicks ass.
Oh yeah,
Get some skins.
the skins are dope, and I'll try making some video. It's not gonna be montages, but I'll try doing my best to make some videos and stuff on Overwatch. I'm gonna try to. I'll have to watch some to kind of see like the editing scheme behind it and understand how I could take it.
Yeah,
what
dude.
route to take for my Overwatch content.
Watch some pros. Like, I don't know. I can send you some links for like channels of some pros that make pretty good content.
I'm down.
People,
'Cause-
if you want to get some views on your, I mean, we could talk about this off
Yeah,
recording too if you want, but like, a lot of Overwatch YouTubers that Overwatch YouTube isn't like super relevant right now, but like around events it gets pretty poppin'. And every time a new competitive season comes out, so like every time a new competitive season comes out, I recommend like stream yourself placing, like doing your placement matches, and while you're like title your screen like climbing from unranked like season 26 or whatever, you know, like I that's what I see mostly, and it attracts some viewership. So
okay.
See, yeah, do something like that.
And for me, like, I've always like before, especially in Valorant, because I started playing that in the beta. I was like, grinding for gold or some shit, and then I realized, oh wait, buddy has 120 ping. Like,
yeah.
But
at least it seems to be okay in Overwatch for you, yeah.
With Overwatch, I average 100 to 120, but it's not one of those games that's like, okay, this guy has 0, you have 120, you're dead before you even like hit the trigger. With that, like, you got people can heal, you got some characters have more health than the other, so you still have a fucking chance.
Yeah,
that's what I like about it.
I like that too. Yeah, dude. Well, cool, man. Has that been an hour?
Yeah, actually, about 58, so we could wrap
Right
it up
on.
here.
Cool, dude.
then-
Yeah, I have to pee so fucking bad.
Okay.
Well,
That was episode actually 2 here on the Buddy Cast podcast channel.
yeah,
Thank you-
kind of a
thank you.
weird, sensual little one-on-one.
Yeah, I'll have to do it again sometime.
I was into it, dude. Yeah, I like being alone with a big hulking man. I mean, a small hulking man like you.
Yeah, I mean, I like the big better than small. What the fuck?
A small little 4'5" man with big muscles.
How did that start? You guys have like 90%
It's
of
because-
my stream audience believing that I'm
Okay.
like 4'9".
I take full responsibility for exposing the fact that you're so fucking short, and it's because one day at work, I think me and Matt were talking, and somehow like your height was something that got brought up, and I was like, dude, how tall is Buddy? He's got to be like 6'2" or something like that. Because like the last time I saw you, you were like almost a foot taller than me. Like,
Oh yeah, I was
Back when we were in,
tall
like-
for middle school.
back in middle school, you were taller than everybody. So
And
like,
then I just
I
stopped.
wasn't expecting you to just not grow anymore. Like,
See, I
but-
grew like muscle mass. I didn't grow any
you
taller.
just got wide.
and then like
As
now
in
it's
muscle.
like now it's not muscle. Now it's just like kind of like a little bit of flub, and that like fluctuates. But I'm a solid 5'9". If I was 4'2", then Cheyenne would be taller than me. and yeah.
Oh yeah, and then it got really big when you were streaming that one night, and I noticed that you were sitting on pillows. That was when it really took off.
My desk. I was sitting on pillows because I built my old desk and I built it too tall. So I didn't want my
It was just a
shoulders all
normal sized
messed up.
desk, though. It was a
So-
normal sized desk. You were just too short for it.
So like I had to sit on pillows.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, everybody. He also has a high chair in his car. I saw him post a selfie one time, and he was sitting on a high chair, and he had bricks taped around his feet so he could reach the pedals.
I
It's really embarrassing.
Those pedals are pretty far
Don't edit
away.
that out.
Like even with the chair super close, they're pretty far away.
Well, maybe for you. But all right. Well, hey, it's been a pleasure, man. Thanks for doing
Thanks
a little solo with me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for letting me. So
Good times. We'll play little games later, and yeah.
I'm down.
Podcast.
I'll probably once this is done, I'm I don't know, figure something out for a little bit, and then I'm gonna hit that live button and hop on some games.
Cool. Hey, everybody. Stay freaky.
So I'll have his Instagram in the description below if you guys want to check out some of his artwork, obviously. And yeah,
throw my fucking Twitter in there too, boy.
Yeah, send me the link to your Twitter.
Got you.
And then if you want to obviously watch him on my live streams occasionally, he is in there. We play some Overwatch, play some Fast, stuff like that.
I'm the damage carry.
Yes, of course. Make sure you guys check out, the Stray Buddy, YouTube channel at Stray Buddy Live.
Blow that shit up. Tell your mom's your fucking mom's husband's wife all about it.
Yeah.
Tell your stepmom's boyfriend all about Stray Buddy podcast.
Yeah.
Blow that channel up.
So thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
Goodbye, everybody. Sorry.